Emptying out those closets? Donating old clothing? If you have gently used items that you're not using anymore, donate them to St. Vinny's thrift stores. Y'all, the money generated from your donated goods at St. Vinny's helps feed the hungry, clothe the vulnerable, and provide essential medicine to the uninsured. All your donations will stay right here in Dane County. Call St. Vinny's at 608-278-2920, extension 1 to schedule your free home pickup today. Hey, it's your host, Bianca, popping in to tell you about our new CityCast Madison Neighbors program. I know you've heard us talk about membership before, and many of you are already part of it. Well, it's got a new name. We're calling it CityCast Madison Neighbors because we've learned that people who support CityCast Madison are people who care deeply about the city and want to make it better. They're just the kind of neighbors this city needs. We're also adding benefits. CityCast Madison neighbors still have access to ad-free podcast listening and an exclusive weekly local events preview. But now you also get regular events like happy hours with other CityCast Madison neighbors, local volunteering meetups, and other members-only events where we explore and better our city together. And you get to shout out a local business or nonprofit you love on the show and in the Madison Minutes newsletter. For $10 a month, you can become a CityCast Madison neighbor today by going to membership.citycast.fm. That's membership.citycast.fm. We couldn't make the show without people like you supporting it, and we're so excited for you to be a part of it. Thanks a million. Today on CityCast Madison. It's gonna be May. Our team has you covered for how to live your best life in Madison this month. The gang, me, newsletter editor Rob Thomas, and producer Jade Isiri Ramos are here with our top picks for things to do, see, and eat in the month of May. And after the show, we'll be joined by Nicole Mall, owner and CCS Service Director of Graylee Wellness, to talk about how and where you can stay well this month. Stick around to learn more. Y'all, this is a May Day alert. There are only 2 days left in our spring membership campaign, and it is crunch time. 48 hours, y'all, and we need dozens more people to sign up to meet our goal. Help us get to 75 members by the end of this campaign. I'll keep it brief because, hey, we've got a lot of goodies for our May guide. But we are looking for new members to join us here on CityCast Madison. Be a part of our Neighbors program. If you haven't joined us, there's still time. Become a CityCast Madison neighbor today by going to membership.citycast.fm. It's the best way to ensure we can keep doing this show, bringing you all the exciting events and happenings in our city so you are in the know. Hey, we can keep doing this forever with your help. Join us at membership.citycast.fm, and thank you. Mayday! Mayday! We're about to have some fun this May, and I wanted to warn all of y'all in a dramatic fashion. Now let's get into it. Let's bring the team in. Joining me today is our producer, Jade Isiri Ramos. Hey, Jade, what's good?
Hey, Bianca. Happy May Day.
And here with our newsletter editor, Rob Thomas. Hey, Rob.
Hey, Bianca. Happy May. Happy spring.
Yes, happy May. It's unbelievable. I feel that every single time we do one of these monthly guides, but I'm so here for it. My goodness gracious. Some of y'all might have heard that I've been gone for a second for vacation, and I'm back, and it's nice to see your faces. I did go to Naples, Florida, so I've already experienced some of the warm weather, and I'm like, yeah, let's bring it up. Let's bring it up.
Yeah, you're looking sunny as ever, Bianca.
Oh,
Yes.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm like 8 shades darker. I love it. So I want to preface this conversation with the fact that we are breaking our May recommendations down into 3 categories. So things to do, things to see, and things to eat. Don't add us, y'all, when we recommend one thing that could clearly be in another category, because as we are, activities and events around Madison contain multitudes. So, Jade, you're kicking us off with some beloveds here. What are you recommending this May for something that folks should do?
Well, as we already got to, it's warmer. It's gorgeous out. Some days not so, but that's okay. It's perfect time to get planting. So there are a lot of spring plant sales that are happening throughout the month of May, and I want to highlight them. So kicking us off is the Willie Street Park Spring Plant Sale. That's on Saturday, May 3rd at the Willie Street Park. And fun fact about this one is there'll be free fruit and nut trees available thanks to the Madison chapter of the Neighborhood Planting Project.
Oh.
I know, right? I want they have a free plum trees. I'm going to try to get my hands on one of those. Then on Saturday, May 10th, there is the Troy Farm plant sale. We got lots of veggies here. So this is one of the plant sales that if you're looking for, your tomatoes, your kales, your whatever kind of veggie, suits you, you can find it here. And I will also note that they have a lot of Southeast Asian vegetables and herbs, which is very, very cool. Stuff you're not going to necessarily find at, your garden center. Then a week later on May 17th, there's the Southern Wisconsin Bird Alliance native plant sale. These are like native plants, sort of your coneflower plants, your native grasses, things that you would find naturally growing in Wisconsin. And this specific plant sale, you need to order your plants online by May 11th and then go pick them up either at the Middleton location or on the east side of Madison. Same day, there's the Friends of the Arboretum native plant sale. So same idea, native grasses, woodland, prairie, and savanna plants, all for sale at the Arboretum. And wrapping up that weekend on Sunday, May 18th is the annual Master Gardener plant sale. Now, this is the one that I think I'm going to go to because there's going to be master gardeners available to help answer any of your questions. I have so many questions when it comes to planting things.
Oh my gosh. I'm so ready for plant season and getting my hands on some plants. Funny enough, like my partner told me, can you please not buy any more plants? Like, let's talk about it if you need it, because I have a number of plants. We just visited a friend and I walk in and they've got like 30 plants, much more than me. And I'm like, this is home. Like if my home doesn't feel like an arboretum, is it home? I don't know.
Yeah. I also think there's something so grounding to grow stuff and to like have this sort of relationship with your environment that like, the work that you're putting in and the natural resources that your environment is providing are working together to grow something beautiful, whether that's like an heirloom tomato or like, really gorgeous flowers that last all summer. Gardening's like a experiment, right? So even if things don't go exactly the way that you want them to go, you're going to learn a lot and be ready for next season.
And I actually am starting a garden this year, so great timing.
I feel like this year a lot of people are starting gardens for the first time. So that master gardener, that sounds like a great idea to sort of get people started. But like you said, I mean, it's nature. It's not supposed to be perfect. So yeah, embrace the imperfections.
Yeah.
Yeah. Rob, what are you recommending for May for things to do?
I'm going to mess up the format and have something. This is my to-do, but there's also lots of seeing and lots of eating. And multitudes, right. And that's Wortstock, which takes place May 18th at Warner Park, the annual festival put on by our beloved community radio station, WORT.
Whoop, whoop.
It's a great festival in its own right, but it also kind of kicks off the summer festival season here in Madison. You got Broadfest the next weekend, you got Waterfront coming, and that just keeps rolling week after week until Willie Street Fair in September. And Wortstock is a lot like the radio station. It's very eclectic. They've got live music going all day, from bluegrass to R&B to funk to Cuban, some great local bands, some out-of-towners, just kind of all mixed together. There's food and drink from local vendors. There's the Madison Homebrewers and Tasters Guild have their beer garden, what they call the No Crap on Tap, which they have like 20 rotating taps of beer and hard ciders and seltzers and stuff. So like do that. And of course, like there's games and there's art projects for the kids. And, it's basically like everything you want in a Madison Summer Festival, but you get it in May and it's free.
Yeah, absolutely. I almost always go to Wortstock. And the fun thing about Wortstock is you never know what weather you're going to have. Like last year, I think it was like 80 degrees. I was wearing too many clothes. And the year before, it was like 40 degrees and I was wearing not enough clothes. So really, I love that like sort of summer's coming, but not quite yet.
No, and people come regardless because
Yeah.
it's like that we're ready to start summer now. We don't care what the weather actually is. We're ready to do this.
Yeah, I don't think that summer can really start if Wortstock isn't happening, you know? Like it really is
Absolutely.
the moment.
Let's never find out. Yeah.
Yeah, let's never find out. Also, like as I'm thinking like all of these plants and Wordstock and all of these vibes, I was thinking of the Simon and Garfunkel song, like, "Are you going to Scarborough Fair? Parsley, sage, rosemary." I'm not going to sing in time. I'm just thinking about the vibes of May are really good in Madison. They're
Yeah.
really good. I want to add on to some similar types of events. There are a ton of markets, you know, just talking about walking around and supporting local vendors with some food and music happening. I want to call out that, hey, the Madison Night Market is kicking off again and on May 8th. And have y'all been to the Madison Night Market yet?
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah, it's like, it's a real vibe. So it's down State Street and it goes up around the Capitol Square. And there are over 100 vendors, you know, and there's all different kinds of products and local art. Like Art Gecko, I think I got like a ring there last time. I'm out there eating, you know, cotton candy and bubbles are floating and kids are around. Like it is like peak vibes. It goes from 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. So also you get the sunset and then you hear the person with marimbas and music. Like it's really, really, really good vibes. I'm getting really stoked for getting outside to some of these. So I want to recommend for getting out to the Madison Night Market on May 8th. And apparently new for 2025, they always have a lot of family-friendly fun at the event, but they've got like family activity zone with a ton of activities planned and some new stuff there apparently. I just had a ball doing that. Also want to throw out in terms of maybe you can find a Simon and Garfunkel record at the Marquette Neighborhood Garage Sale. So if y'all know about that really fun neighborhood garage sale that like all of these different residents in the Marquette area take part in on Saturday, May 17th from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. Went last year and really just like ran into people that I know that just like, oh, you live in the Marquette neighborhood and you're doing a garage sale. Didn't realize that, but I'm glad I ran into you. And I see you, Jade, you were snapping. You like this one.
I think that neighborhood garage sales are one of the things that make Madison so great. It's like, you know, what's a neighborhood that you can get a really good wheelbarrow for like $10, you know? You really start to learn about the people in neighborhoods by shopping the things that they're getting rid of.
That's got to be the coolest neighborhood to have a garage sale in. Like,
yeah.
Just the vinyl alone has got to be incredible at the Marquette neighborhood garage sale. I mean, I'm sure I will not be allowed by my wife to go to that garage sale because we have way too much stuff already. But that sounds immensely cool.
Well, I'll go for you, Rob.
Please do. Yeah. Jade, if I can store my stuff at your house, perfect. Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah. And if you're listening and you live in the Marquette neighborhood area, I'm pretty sure it's not too late to get in on the sale. And I saw you could contact, shouting out my friend, Lance Latimer, to reserve a spot. So we'll toss the Facebook link in if you do want to get involved in that. But yeah, see you in the streets there for sure. There are a number of other markets. I'm not going to go into deep detail on them, but apparently the Blind Tiger Night Market is on May 10th, and that's with Working Draft Beer. So that's probably really fun. Also on May 10th, Madison Maker's Mother Market. So that's with Delta Beer Lab. We love both of them, so that's got to be some fun. And you have some beers and activities and music, all of the things, and you can buy some little trinkets, whatever you want, some little products. And then the next day, May 11th, there's a Scorpio market from 12 to 5 p.m. at the Madison Labor Temple, which I have not been to. And I am a Scorpio. And the theme, it's Scorpio Market May Day. So we started out with that today. So it seems like a really cool one, with 40 local artists and organizations who are like specifically celebrating worker power, sustainability, and creative resistance. And, you know, their mission is to promote accessibility in the arts and uplift BIPOC, queer, disabled, and emerging creators. So viva the Scorpio Market. That sounds like something I'd like to check out as well. And quickly, if you want to travel for markets, there is one in Sauk Prairie. Sauk Prairie has a garage sale days, May 16th through the 18th. I love garage sales. I will drive the whole state, okay? And Sauk Prairie is not that far, as we know. Should also shout out Bergamot Neighborhood Garage Sales in Oregon. So that's at the end of the month on May 29th through the 31st. So lots of things to do.
You're making me really want to do my spring cleaning so I have space for all the stuff that I'm going to get at markets and garage sales.
Right. It's like, why are you getting rid of that? Because I need something new. That's old.
If something comes in, something goes out. That's the rule in our household. It has to be. Yeah.
It's a good one. And also, I think it's probably good for me to go through and make sure that I know that I have enough shovels and I don't need to buy one when I see a good deal, you know?
It's also nice, not buying something new and also just supporting your neighbors. While we're talking about supporting neighbors, one more thing to do this May is become a CityCast Madison neighbor. Am I right?
Absolutely.
Beautiful.
You should do this. Absolutely. CityCast Madison neighbors get ad-free listening, invites to meetups, and the opportunity to give shout-outs on the podcast or in the newsletter. And as we're talking about events and things to do, they also get a special weekly events newsletter. Rob, you write those. So what's the deal about the newsletter?
Yeah, those are really cool. So I put events in the daily Madison Minutes newsletter, but Madison neighbors every Monday afternoon get a special week of curated events that I put together. I'm trying to find really interesting, cool stuff, a variety of things, music, stuff for kids, all kinds of interesting things. And you get that on a Monday afternoon if you're a neighbor, so you can plan out your whole week. So I think it's really helpful.
It's one of the highlights of my week is going and looking through that members thing. It feels like it is such a perk because we know that things are happening in Madison, but there are literally things happening every day. And to the point when I go through those, I'm like, I don't have time to do all the things that I want to do. And I want to feel like that. I want to be in a city that's got stuff going on at, in our comedy clubs and having big musicians come in and different shows, come through Madison. And I often miss them. I remember I actually caught this one, but Diana Ross came to Madison at the Orpheum, and I went to that one actually. But I had 7 friends write me, and they're like, "Oh my God, I didn't know I missed this." And I was like, "How did you miss this? It's in the events newsletter."
We told you. Yeah. You don't want to wait till Friday afternoon to start making your weekend plans. You start Monday and become strategic about it.
100%. So y'all listening, you all clearly care about what's going on in Madison. That's why you like the show, right? And want to be involved. So we love that about you, and we love bringing you the things that we're excited about week after week, month after month. So for $10 a month or $100 a year, you can directly support us in doing that. Plus, when you join right now, you're going to get a new bistro-style mug, y'all. So if you want to feel hip and cool drinking your coffee while listening to us, definitely join. You can only get it during this campaign. So go to membership.citycast.fm to become a neighbor today. All right, y'all, let's take a quick break. Seduction, danger, and eternal consequences. Join Madison Opera for Mozart's Don Giovanni, a legendary classic that has thrilled and scandalized audiences from its first note to its last for centuries. According to his not-so-little black book, Don Giovanni has seduced thousands of women across Europe. Over the course of a dramatic few days, his misadventures come back to literally haunt him, as Mozart's brilliant score whirls people in and out of the Don's mist. This weekend only, take your seat in Overture Hall and experience captivating drama and sensational music in this enthralling masterpiece. You only have 2 chances to see Don Giovanni, so join in the excitement of opening night on Friday, May 2nd at 7:30 p.m. Or treat yourself to the Sunday matinee on May 4th at 2:30 p.m. What better way to liven up spring than with riveting scandal, opulent and deadly dinner parties, and supernatural revenge? Tickets start at just $20, so get yours today at madisonopera.org. Remember those fun nights back in the day at summer camp? Ready to make more memories? Camp Aldo is the adult summer camp event of the season, held on Saturday, July 12th from 2 to 7 p.m. at the Aldo Leopold Nature Center, located at 330 Femright Drive in Monona, Wisconsin. Camp Aldo is an incredibly fun day that supports kids' outdoor nature programs in Dane County. Expect rocket launches, tie-dye, friendship bracelet making, and other ridiculously fun competitions, like an additional ultimate relay that will have you reminiscing about your own camp days. And there are provisions. Tickets include unlimited locally brewed beverages and a reusable event cup. In other words, free beer. And food trucks will also be on site. There's a suggested donation of $60 that gets you into the event with the cup and the beer. So don't miss out. Sign up for Camp Aldo today. Reserve your tickets at aldoleopoldnaturecenter.org. Yes, your mom wants you to call her. This Mother's Day, give her a call and give her an Aura digital picture frame. My sister lives 2,000 miles away, and I often miss her when I'm out doing something fun that she'd love. I have this photo of us roller skating on the boardwalk by Santa Monica Pier, and every time I see it, I feel the joy of that moment trying to skate and look cool. Aura Frames was named the best digital photo frame by Wirecutter and featured in 495 gift guides last year. So the next time you need to call your mom, you can also send her a new pic of you from that trip you're telling her about right from your phone. Aura has a great deal for Mother's Day. For a limited time, listeners can save on the perfect gift by visiting auraframes.com to get $35 off plus free shipping on their best-selling Carver matte frame. That's auraframes.com, promo code CityCast. Support the show by mentioning us at checkout. Terms and conditions apply. Popping back in here to remind you that we are in the last stretch of our spring membership campaign. Truly, the last 2 days, and we are moved by the number of you who have decided to join us. We are so thankful for our members and want to shout it from the rooftops of the Isthmus, the north side, the south side, east and west sides. Huge shout out to our new neighbors, Gary P., Jill K., Alexa P., Carrie B., Yunsil O., and Grady L. Thank y'all so much and welcome to the neighborhood. Man, we are super stoked to have you. And if you are out there listening and want to join our squad, please do head to membership.citycast.fm. Don't miss out on all the membership perks. Join us and help us keep making CityCast Madison every day. Okay, we're back. We've done the to-do. Now we've got to do to see. Rob, you've got a good one. What are you recommending?
Yeah. So the mystery is, of course, what to do in May here. And so the answer, I think, is to go see Clue live on stage, which is running May 13th to the 18th at Overture Hall. Clue is, of course, based on the popular board game that I would always lose, even playing against my daughters, because I don't think I really understood the game. Like, they would bluff and sort of fake me out. You're trying to guess who's the murderer, what's the murder weapon, where was it done, and they would like bluff me, and like I couldn't follow it. So maybe I just didn't. Anyway, in the show, you just have to watch. It's about a group of strangers at an English country house trying to determine who is offing them one by one, and it's really based on the 1985 movie, which is sort of a cult classic, which is a very broad comedy and was sort of famous at the time because they released the movie with 3 different endings with a different murderer in each one. And so when you went in the theaters, you didn't know which one you were going to get. There's also a Clue musical, I think, touring around there. This one's not a musical. So if you're a non-musical person, you'll like this. It's just like pure comedy farce. I think it should be a lot of fun, especially like in May when, going to the theater. It seems like a great family thing. It's running, I think, the week after Mother's Day. So I think it'd be a good one to take your mom to. So yeah, Clue live on stage at Overture.
That sounds so fun. I've seen Clue. I saw it at the Bartell in maybe 2021 or 2022. And it was one of my, I think, favorite plays that I've seen
Cool.
in recent years. It's just like so fun. You really have audience engagement and you're figuring out the whole time. You're like trying to figure out who did it, right? Who killed Mr. Body.
I really want to be invited to a clue-based party. So I'm just throwing it out there right now. Not just like dress up, but like an actual murder mystery where we're all like, somebody is the murderer and we don't know. And we have to kind of try and figure it out. So if anyone has that kind of proclivity for planning something kind of
Bianca,
a little bit more dramatic than a regular party, I really want to be a part of that.
You would be so good at a murder mystery dinner, Bianca, except that I think everybody would suspect you automatically.
Oh my God, with that laugh.
Yeah, exactly. See?
Oh man, I'm like, yeah, I mean, I'm throwing it out there. Like, I'm the one who should probably do that. I'll work on that. On that.
Side project and invite us. We're
yeah,
coming.
and then we actually got to go see Clues so we can, get some good, some research in.
Murder in the podcast studio. I think I've...
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Pretty good, right?
That's good. That's good.
All right, you write it. I'll produce it.
Okay, we got it.
Okay, we're going to fly with that. Speaking of flying, Jade.
Yeah. My to see is birds. Just go see birds. On May 10th is World Migratory Bird Day 2025, I should say, for the US and Canada. Mexico, Central and South America, and the Caribbean, they all celebrate it in the fall because birds migrate in different patterns, right? And I specifically am going to go to the Shared Spaces event at San Damiano, which is going to focus on creating bird-friendly cities and communities. There's going to be a bird watching walk, kid-friendly activities, and a few presentations on how what we do impacts bird habitats. And I'm excited to learn a little bit more, especially following a really fantastic show that we had earlier in April with our friend Dex Patterson, the Wisco birder himself. He really inspired me to get out and be looking up and find community within birding.
That's awesome.
He will inspire anyone.
Yeah, he will inspire anybody.
He is so inspiring. And do you follow him on Instagram?
Oh, yeah, obviously. I feel like I found birds with him through my screen. He's so engaging that way. But I would like to see them with my own eyes. So I'm going to go to this event on World Migratory Bird Day and see if this really will spark a lifelong birding adventure for myself.
Yeah. No, I love it. I love it. We're big birding fans on the show. My to see has something to do. We don't always have to have some sort of perfect segue, but talk about flying the coop. How about UW-Madison commencement? Students and their families will be flocking to Madison on May 9th and May 10th. And we want to warn you because for those of you who are not a student or related to one or will be having anything to do with UW commencement, if you are driving around Madison or trying to have dinner or anything around the Capitol Square or the university, you're going to want to know about this because there'll be swarms of red and white and confused parents stumbling around and trying to get pictures of their kids. It's quite the scene, and it's also, it's an exciting time. Like, I don't know about y'all, but it just feels viscerally. I'm like, oh, it's that time of year where graduation comes. It's not mine, but I feel it.
Yeah, it's really cute. On my TikTok algorithm, I'm seeing a lot of UW students post. I guess it's a trend where they post a photo of themselves as an entering freshman and then now and how, and it's really cool to see. I mean, even though I'm long past my graduation, it's fun vicariously to live through them as they're hitting the home stretch.
It brings up all of the feels. I was just such a nerd for school, for UW. I think I've probably said this before, but I took 3 tours of UW-Madison before coming here. And then proudly when anyone who'd come here, I'm like, let me give you a tour of the campus. Best believe that's what will be happening on these days. People, the students are showing their families the places they lived, their classes, or the buildings that they had classes in. So, yep, May 9th is that Friday. And the people who are graduating then are the doctoral students, MFAs, the medical professionals. That happens Friday at the Cole Center. And then Saturday comes around, and that's the bachelor degrees, law students, and master degree candidates, and that's at Camp Randall. So keep your eyes peeled for that. Something to see. It's something to see every May.
Or something not to see, as I will be steering clear of the crowds.
Right. Yeah. No, I meant to say that as well, by the way. There's always someone who's going to be like, oh, that weekend is commencement. I invited my friends here. Shoot. Plan a day trip. Get out of town.
Yeah, get out of town.
All right, so there are things to eat this May. I'll go ahead and start out there in that category. You already mentioned this, Rob, but Bratfest happens in May, Memorial Day weekend at the Alliant Energy Center. And frankly, I've never been, mostly avoiding it, actually. It seems like one of the biggest things that happens in Madison, but I don't know. There's a lure about it, and I think this year might be the year that I actually go to Bratfest. That's Friday, May 23rd. That weekend, Saturday, Sunday, May 24th, 25th. And they always have like big music names, maybe not like Rihanna, but some of the names this year is Skilo, Abby Spencer, Atomic Blonde, Digital Underground, Harper's Grace, a lot more. If any of those mean something to you, they're going to be at Bratfest this year. I see a lot of smiles about Bratfest. Are you guys Bratfest fans? Front row?
I think I haven't been in a few years. I think the last time I went, it was rained out. But it's always really funny and fun, I think, because it is an interesting mix of like I think there's a guy from Guns N' Roses playing, and then it's actually a great place to see local bands because they all get spots all day long. So it's a great way to see Madison and Wisconsin's best local bands. And I mean, the brats, they can't be beat. I mean, it's pretty much brats in the hot sun. Come on, that's summer.
Do you guys know about Take Your Brat to Work Day?
No.
So the Friday of Bratfest, starting at 6 a.m., you can drive up to the grounds and buy brats. Like $5 brats. They sell them from 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. And you can take a dozen of brats to work, right? And, be, I don't know, everyone's favorite or least favorite coworker. I don't know. Brats for breakfast.
You're dropping the hint. I'm picking up what you're putting down, Jay.
Bring me a brat.
Jay's fine. You guys hear about this? You got free brats? You guys hear about that?
Yeah, such a crazy novel idea, huh?
Yeah. To be clear, they're not free. They are like $5 each. But
free to you.
It is, free to me because Rob's going to be buying them.
There you go.
But it's just a very novel thing about Bratfest that I think I like. Even if you don't end up going to the crowds, you can participate by doing your Take Your Brat to Work Day.
Yeah. And for those of you who are listening and are vegans and are like, how dare you? Or maybe you don't do that and you don't feel that way because you understand, there's Bratfest. It's been here. There's also this month Vegan Sausage Fest. So if you want to go to a Vegan Sausage Fest, that's on Saturday, May 24th from 12 to 4 at Warner Park. So their little tagline is savor the best vegan sausages, enjoy live entertainment, and celebrate sustainability. So, one way or another, you should get a sausage this month.
On that note, my to eat is actually eat more veggies by eating big, giant spring rolls. Big burrito-sized spring rolls. And I think a lot of people know about the magic of Cool Fresh Drinks. Tui, who runs Cool Fresh Drinks, is just like the kindest, sweetest person. She always greets you as if like she just saw you or like she's just so happy to see you. And it always makes me feel like she remembered me, even though I think that's just her demeanor.
And this is the food truck that she, goes to Library Mall.
Yeah. So this is a food truck that's at Library Mall. And then on Saturdays, it's around the square during the farmer's market. But you can get a giant avocado spring roll for about $5, depending on what protein you put into it. And I'll give a hot tip. Speaking of graduation, the lines are always way less long in the summer when most of the students have left. So if you want your spring roll, summer after graduation is the time to do it. And, Cool Fresh Drinks really started me on this love for burrito-sized spring rolls. And I will always go out of my way to get one if I'm anywhere close and I have the time. But Roll Foods, which is in the Grab and Grocery on Willie Street, kind of where Willie Street crosses Yahara River, they have burrito-sized spring rolls as well. And they're open Sunday through Wednesday. And I recommend checking out their Facebook because it's a pretty small operation. So sometimes they're unexpectedly closed. But a great option if you're not trying to make it down to Library Mall. And then if you want to try your own hand, I highly recommend, grabbing yourself some fresh veggies at one of the farmers markets and making yourself your own spring roll. Rice papers, rice noodles, whatever fresh veggies you want in there, and just get rolling. Don't forget the peanut sauce.
Have you made your own, Jade? I feel like you're high level. Like I've eaten bread that you've made. Like you're legit. You're a legit cook.
I have made my own spring rolls. They are not as good as ones made for you by someone else, I will say. But it really is a good way to use up any like vegetables that I happen to have in my fridge. And I like eating peanut sauce. So if I have anything to dip into peanut sauce and then eat, I will do it.
Agreed.
Heck yes. Rob, what are you eating this May?
Well, I have made my own mac and cheese, not to brag, but but what I want to try is this new custom mac and cheese bar, which is a new place just off State Street on Francis. And it's sort of taking the Chipotle, Fresh Fin Poke, the idea of like you go to the counter and you build your own. There's not that many actual standing menu items to the mac and cheese space. So what you do, I guess, is you go to this like self-serve kiosk, like a big screen, and you pick like noodles and what kind of cheese sauce. Do you want beer cheese? Do you want Alfredo? You want aged cheddar? What toppings do you want? Like brisket or bacon or broccoli? And then they make it all for you. And the thing is, it does seem like a chain or a franchise, but it's actually not. It's a local concept. Although I'm sure if it catches on, it might expand. But it just seems like such an interesting idea. And even though mac and cheese is more like a cold weather food for me, I think I kind of want to check that out.
Knowing Wisconsin, I think it's going to stick.
You think so?
Bump.
Stick to your teeth.
Yeah. I love this. I'm like, this is naughty as heck, and I am here for it. Hello, Wisconsin. This is my mac and cheese is my comfort food, like through and through.
Sure.
So this sounds really fun.
I'm also thinking about like how nice it would be in the winter. I know we're in May. Winter's the furthest thing from my mind, but thinking about like that cold that just like sticks to you. All you need to get that off is some nice, cheesy, warm noodles.
There you go.
And thinking about that area, it makes me think of Ian's Pizza. And like, go-to slice of pizza all year round is that macaroni and cheese pizza. So, we'll see.
Yeah.
It's going to get sticky. It's getting warm out. This is all tracking for me. So, hey, happy May. Thank y'all for doing the May guide with me. Jade Isiri Ramos, thanks so much.
It's been a pleasure.
And Rob Thomas.
Thanks, Bianca.
That's all for today, here on CityCast Madison. I'm Bianca Martin, your host. If you enjoyed today's show, why not share this podcast with someone who loves a great garage sale? And one last time, we're in the final stretch of our spring membership campaign. So hear our call, be our neighbor. If you haven't joined yet, there's still time. Become a CityCast Madison neighbor at membership.citycast.fm. If you do, you're going to get access to all of the neighbor member perks. You'll want to be extra in the know with our squad. And we'll send you a neighbors only coffee mug as a special welcome gift. Help us secure CityCast Madison's future. We really want to be here in the community for years to come. So help us. Become a member today. Again, that's at membership.citycast.fm. And hey, you, don't go anywhere, because in just a second, we've got a segment sponsored by Graley Wellness with Nicole Mall, owner and CCS Service Director of Graley Wellness, talking about their mission and offerings. Stay close. Hey, CityCast Madison host Bianca Martin here with Nicole Mall, owner and CCS Service Director of Graley Wellness. Hey, Nicole.
Hi, I'm so happy to be here.
Yes, so excited to talk to you. So, Graley Wellness, what's the story behind Graley and what your mission is in the mental health space?
Yes. So I started Graley Wellness. It'll be 2 years ago this summer. And I had been working in the mental health space for a couple of years. And so I'd seen a lot of things, had some experience with a variety of different clients and demographics. And, I really wanted something that connected to me personally, but also something that I felt like a lot of our clients could connect to. And so that's where I really just kind of landed on that gray space in life where in so many situations, we maybe want things to be more black and white or this or that. But the reality is that in life, things are always both and we can hold two emotions at one time. We can be grieving something and still feel content in our life. We can be striving for something and still thankful for where we're at. And so that was something just over the years that has played a big role in my life personally, is just having this gray space of life. And that's something that I kept hearing from clients of just like, wow, I can walk into your office, and just be really sad, but also hopeful and just holding both of those emotions. So that's kind of where that word grayly came from, of just having the and living in that every day.
I love that. I love that so much. And, May is Mental Health Awareness Month. So how is Grayly Wellness working to support the mental health community and build connections?
Yeah, one of our top values here at Grayly Wellness is intention. So we want to be so intentional with everything that we do internally with clients and out in the community. So looking at May, we host a clinician collective every single month where we invite other psychotherapists to come together and just to have a morning of intentional networking, collaboration. So we want to continue that. We also host a men's group here every month. So just being really intentional with that population and demographic. And then at the end of May, we are hosting a Build Your Village event, which is geared towards moms. So new moms, lost moms, mom of older kids, moms who maybe are living in empty nest now, all different stages, but just gathering moms together. And again, having that time of intentional networking and collaboration.
Intention is so huge. And can you share just a little bit about how did you come to be? Why did you make this space?
Yeah, I was working in the mental health space and had the opportunity to purchase this business and kind of make it my own. And so I just really took that and thought, what can we do for clients, but also the community? So we want to be a good place to work. We want to be a really positive place for clients to come. And then we want to also make a really big impact on our community. And as the mental health need continues to grow, and we just see such a big increase in anxiety and depression and just so many unknowns in life, we want to just really be a safe place where people know that they can come here. We are doing everything in excellence. We have licensed providers, and we are, again, really intentional with everything that we're doing, down to our space and the smell and the way that, we operate and, the comings and goings and all of that. And so we just want to be able to provide that for the community.
And so you have openings for folks who are looking to be connected with licensed professionals?
Yes, we do. We offer in-person client meetings, and then we also do telehealth. And so we have openings for new clients right now. And we just implemented a new book it button on our website. So people can go onto our website at any time of day. We were really noticing that people were trying to reach out to us at night or on the weekends, which makes sense because that's when they have time to schedule. So now you can go onto our website any time of day, look through all of our clinician bios, find who's going to be the right fit for you, what insurance they take, and then schedule your appointment through our website.
Okay, great. So that's the best place for folks to access your services is through your website.
Correct. Yep. Yeah. Our website will be able to show you everything and answer most of your questions.
And last question, where are you located?
Yeah, we are in the Atwood neighborhood. So we are at 2010 Eastwood Drive in the most sweet neighborhood. It is amazing. We are right across the street from the walking and bike path. So we love for people to come in person and just to see us and see the space.
Nicole, this has been so fantastic. Thank you for taking the time. This is wonderful.
Oh, thank you so much for having me.
Yeah. And so for folks who want to learn more, go to graylywellness.com. We'll have that link for you in our show notes as well. So you're just one click away. Thanks so much for listening.